ligue.
The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Their job is basic tonight. Get a win on their home court. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for Orlando. The guard pair for them, Anthony and Suggs. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Wagner in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, in at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. Nurkic is out there with Justice Winslow. And it's Little in at the 3 slot.
And the Magic have been one of the league's worst offenses in recent years. In fact, it's been over a decade since they've been average in that regard. Drafting a ready-made weapon in Paolo Banchero, they hope can help them take a step in the right direction.
And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. Pass to Sharp. And here's Little. And it's denied. Suggs with the ball. He's picked up by Little. Here's Carter. Over Sharp. And it's Carter missing. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Lillard against Anthony. The pass to Nurkic. Now, here's Sharp. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Little. He's defended by Wagner. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Brent, Nasir Little has certainly been stepping up lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, some nice progression from him and taking on more responsibility for this team. Obviously, with star players out, the coaching staff's going to lean on some of their younger players, and that might accelerate the growth. Nasir Little certainly took a lot of pride in being an energy guy and a defender last year, and that's going to bode well for his foundation.
He misses the free throw. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it. And you look at the young talent the Blazers have, a nice young core group that can grow. Simon's the big name from that group.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Winslow, the pass to Sharp, over Suggs. And it's Sharp missing.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
And Simons and Little Greg, a pair of names Portland fans are definitely excited about.
And they've shown that they can be valuable players. Portland got a lot younger with the trades they made last year. Now they have to have that youth develop.
Here's Little after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Now, here's Sharp. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
2 minutes.
Wagner kicks to Suggs.
2 minutes.
Wagner passes to Suggs. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Kicks it out to Lillard.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown. Stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he's in the conversation. You'd have to include Walton and Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard and for Orlando. It's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those draft picks.
And Wendell Carter Jr., Greg, one of the better rebounders in the NBA.
And Kevin, his numbers kind of sneak up on him. I mean, great job of clearing the glass and getting the break started. Still underrated as a rebounder, but is making a name for himself.
And the first one drops.
And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes. But it's not a rebuild. This new look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long term.
Gary Payton has checked in for Portland. Orlando also making some changes. Jonathan Isaac is checked in for Banchero. Okeke comes in for Franz Wagner. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Suggs. Orlando with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Eubanks. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Okeke passes to Anthony. Inside. Here's Isaac. They shoot again. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And how about Isaac? He just attacks the backcourt, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
Now, here's Payton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Anthony, the pass to Okeke. Stolen by Grant. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. Here's Anthony. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. So the wing on the left. And finished off by Fultz.
Yeah, you got to be aware of that overall athleticism of Fultz. Awesome at getting inside and finishing with power.
The Trailblazers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Taking 2 shots.
And Simons drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Fultz kicks to Anthony. Here's Bamba, and he banks in the layup.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Magic lead by 2 from Portland. We're back in a moment.
Fans, your Trailblazers Youth Dynasty.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic start in the second. At the forward positions, it's Wagner and Banchero. The guard set is Fultz and Suggs. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
The place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. Here's Banchero, following the score by Damian Lillard. Banchero, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Now, Banchero, after Nasir Little missing on that last three-pointer. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Suggs dishes to Banchero. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Suggs with the steal.
And what can you say about Suggs? A natural-born leader, very unselfish and great vision.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
On average, 4 to 6 coaching changes happen after every regular season. And in 2021, the Trailblazers parted ways with their coach after 9 seasons. And Chauncey Billups was brought in as their new leader.
And now the first timeout call here for the Magic. Well, we know, Brent, the Blazers front office really seems to like Coach Chauncey Billups. They feel he brings a certain toughness to that team.
Yeah, the accountability part is what they lean on with Chauncey, and obviously a great connection in the point guard mentality between Chauncey and Damian Lillard, but immediately a lot of respect given to him because of how he carried himself in his career. So it's been a welcome change for the organization. We'll see if they can build upon last year.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they get the ball.
And you know, Jalen Suggs has had to deal with some huge expectations, but he's got a great attitude and always works hard to live up to them.
Lillard from outside. That's basket number 2 with his third shot, off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how about Suggs' willingness to sacrifice? He takes the foul but ensures the shot's able to get off.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
A different look now for Portland. Watford's checked in, and it's Jeremy Grant in for Little. And a change for the Magic. Anthony's checked in, and so he hits both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Simons finds Grant. Here's Sharp. 1:41 left now here in the second. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here's Portland. 5 on the clock. Simons from outside. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
To the paint, here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. It's a 5-point game. Grant against Wagner. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Eubanks, he's checked in for Portland. Payton comes in for Sharp. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Wendell Carter. Isaac comes in for Banchero. And Okiki subbed in for Franz Wagner. Now, here's Simons. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Little's checked in.
Simon's really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Bamba. Crafty move, and that's 2 points on the layup. Bamba's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Bounce pass, Simons. Hayden finds Grant. 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. No good from 11 feet. Here's Anthony. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building, not in a good mood.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Magic leading by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They led by 2 after the first. Checking out the Magic. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
They came in prepared. The offense is firing on all cylinders.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's dance time in Portland.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Let's hear it for your
In at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. Justice Winslow out there with Little. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And it's Wagner missing. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard with no one around. Buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Trailblazers. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Nurkic. Now, here's Sharp. Guarded closely. Tipped away. Suggs with the steal.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Now here's Little. He's defended by Wagner. Winslow kicks to Little. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 4 on the clock. High post shot. That one no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Markel Fultz is checked in for Jalen Suggs.
That was your Blazers Houston team.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Lillard gets it to go.
You got to have your heads up on defense. Lillard's going to fire that as soon as he catches it.
And the 0 Damian Lillard wears on his jersey is more than just a number to him.
Yeah, Greg, we know that represents the letter O, as Dame grew up in Oakland, went to college in Ogden, and became an NBA star in Oregon. Oh my, that's a lot of O's.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Little. Lillard outside for the tie. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
So for the Trailblazers, Eubanks, he's checked in for Nurkic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Justice Winslow. And it's Simons in for Little. Going inside. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Once again off the mark, Orlando. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Grant.
Grant at 6'9", using that length right there. A nice soft touch in close to the rim.
Here's Carter. Here's Banchero. Carter right side. Shoots over Grant, and too long on the shot.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
Winslow's checked in for Eubanks. Here's Wagner trying to get open his Carter, and he uses the glass on the layup. Wagner's got 4 this quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Off target with his 3. Wagner passes to Banchero. Wagner, right side, kicks it to Banchero. The rebound by Grant. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Orlando ball.
Gary Payton is checked in for Portland. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. And it's Suggs in for Cole Anthony. Suggs dishes to Fultz. Launches it. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
Substitution.
Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Shot from 12. And that one's good. Lillard's got 17 now.
And this is one of those nights where you throw out the cliche. You can only hope to contain him. Lillard on one tonight.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
4th quarter time, everyone.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Magic, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. The guard pair for them, Anthony and Suggs. And it's Wagner in at the 3, the small forward. A nice shot by Winslow.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And he lays it straight in. Winslow's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
And Portland making a change here. Sharp's checked in. Carter hits them both. Winslow with it. To the inside. Simons. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Banchero kicks to Wagner. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Banchero passes to Wagner. Here's Carter. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Sharp. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Now here's Little. Defense right on him. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Nurkic the pass to Winslow. The bucket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Second personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can keep up. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Thank you, David. Here's Little, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Franz Wagner.
And Nasir Little, so athletic, it's hard not to get physical with him when you're guarding.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Here's Suggs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
And, guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3-ball. I mean, it's been falling for them, and they're locked in, and with that outside shot going, that's a big difference maker.
Little can't hit. The Magic trail by 5. Anthony finds Carter. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but if it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Suggs passes to Banchero. A shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Winslow, a guy who brings a lot of heart and a lot of hustle, especially on the defensive end of the floor, has a chance to step to the line and get this win.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now Suggs. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And Suggs, a competitive guy. If he fouls him in big moments, he takes it personally.
At the line for two.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It just has gotten to the point where you expect Lillard to make everything at the end of games. And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Here's Carter to the middle. Here's Van Carroll. Back to Carter. And Winslow pulls it down. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
But no need to rush it.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Penalty.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And all the talent in the world. That's going to be a shot, the 7th overall pick in a fairly deep draft.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
And it's Suggs missing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Orlando on the floor for your Trailblazers.
Here is Carter.
Wesley Iwundu.
Here's Van Carroll.
Johnson.
Off target at the rim.
Second.
No.
Here's Payton.
No.
And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 9-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started